So for this problem, we have here this system of linear equation. And we're going to use Gauss-Jordan elimination in solving this system of linear equation in order to find the value of um, L sub 1, L sub 2, L sub 3, and L sub 4. So the first step in using Gauss-Jordan elimination is to put into mind that our goal is to reduce its matrix form into its identity matrix form, which means that uh, the main diagonal must be equal to 1 and uh, the rest of the values must be equal to 0. So let's start. So we have here first the first step in using um, Gauss-Jordan elimination is to transform the following uh, system of linear equation into a matrix. So let's just put this first linear equation in row 1, and we will just put its leading coefficients, as well as the second linear equation in row 2, and so on and so forth. And now we have here this matrix, this one. And our goal is to work on first in this column. So 2 here must be equal to 1 and the rest are 0. So in order to do that, we must divide all values in row 1 or R1 by 2, uh, which is why we have here these values. So first 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, is equal to 1. Negative 1 divided by 2 is equal to negative 1 half. 3 divided by 2 is equal to 3 halves. And 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. And 9 is equal to 9 divided by 2 is equal to 9 over 2. And that's why we have here, that is how we perform the first step of the Gauss-Jordan elimination. So next is will work is uh, to let the remaining values in this column into 0, because we already turned 2 into equal to 1. So these values must be turned into 0. So in order to do that, so all values in R2 or row 2 must be subtracted by R1. R3 minus 3 multiplied to R1, and R4 minus 2 multiplied to R1. This is our guide in turning this one into 0, which is why we have here this matrix. We'll just copy the row 1, and these are the results after after uh, subtracting R2 minus R1, and these are the result after subtracting R3 by 3 multiplied to R1, and these are the values uh, result results of subtracting R4 by 2 times R1. And now we're going to work on our next column, which is this one. So we're going to turn that into, we're going to turn this one equal to 1. So we're going to multiply 2 in all values of row 2. that's why we have these values, because 0 times 2 is 0, 1 half times 2 is 1, negative 7 over 2 is multiplied to 2 is equal to negative 7, 5 times 2 is equal to 10, and 13 over 2 multiplied to 2 is equal to 13. And next is we're going to work on the remaining values, and we need to equate that into 0. We will turn that into 0. That's why we have here this guide. So we're going to subtract, and we're going to add the values, all values in R1 plus 1 half of R2, because negative 1 half plus 1 half multiplied to R2, which is equal to 1 here, equal to 1, and that is equal to 0, because that is our goal. And here we have here negative 3 halves plus 3 halves multiplied to R2, which is equal to 1 again. And by doing that, we can turn this one into 0. And for 2, which is the value of in R4, which is the value in R4, minus 2 R2. 2 times the value of R2, which is 1, is 2. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So that is our guide for this column. And the result of um, doing that is this. And we also applied that onto the remaining values as well, which is this one, and this one. And next step is to work on the next column. We need to turn negative 14 into 1. So how are we going to do that? So we're just going to divide negative 14 by negative 14. And negative 14 is a value of in R3 or row 3. So we're going to divide all values in R3 by negative 14. This, these are the values in row 3, and we're going to divide that by negative 14. That is why we have here these values in R3 now, because 0 divided by negative 14 is 0. 0 divided by negative 14 is still 0. Negative 14 divided by negative 14 is equal to 1, which is our goal for this column. 14 divided by positive 14 divided by negative 14 is equal to negative 1, and positive 14 divided by negative 14 is still equal to 1. So the next step is to turn the remaining values in this column into 0, which is why we have this guide. And we will apply that in all values in R1 or row 1, in row 2, and in row 4, in order to turn the remaining values in this column into 0, excluding the 1. And this is the result. So now we already worked on with this column, this one, and this one. And there is still this one. And we need to work on that. And we need to turn this value, which is the negative 5, into 1. And the remaining values, aside from negative 5, we need to turn that values into 0. So first, let's work on with negative 5 and turn it into 1. So that means that all values in row 4 or R4 must be divided by negative 5. And which is why we have here this one. 0 divided by negative 5 is 0. And negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. Negative 10 divided by negative 5 is 2. And there is still uh, values here, and we need to turn that into 0. So we have here this guide. So we're going to subtract R1 minus 5 multiplied to the value of R4, and R2 minus 3 multiplied to the value of R4, R3 plus R4. And by doing that, we already achieved this matrix. And as what you can observe in this matrix, we already have here the main diagonal be equal to 1, and the rest of the values be equal to 0. That means that we already achieved our goal, which is to turn the matrix into its identity matrix form. And which means that we have here the values for L sub 1, L sub 2, L sub 3, and L sub 4, which is negative 1, 0, 1, and 2 respectively. And we can do a little bit of checking as well in order to verify if our answer is correct. And we can do that by substituting all values of L sub 1, L sub 2, L sub 3, and L sub 4 in the following system of linear equation. And we have verified that the results are equal, which is the same here, which means that we already solved this system of linear equation using Gauss-Jordan elimination.